look what I found lurking amongst the legends in Ferrari's classic department. A 250 Testa Rossa, only not quite a full-size one. You see, a real one of these used to be the most expensive car ever sold at auction, and today you'd need tens of millions of pounds for a real Testa Rossa. So that makes this scaled down one a bargain, because it's got a scaled down price of about £100,000.
The Testa Rossa J, or Junior, is the quite exquisite work of Oxfordshire's Little Car Company, which creates all-electric miniature homages to some of the most beautiful, iconic cars in history. So far, they've done a baby Bugatti Type 35, an Aston Martin DB5, and are even working on a road-legal version of a Tamiya remote-control buggy. But their bonsai recreation of a classic Ferrari which won Le Mans and Sebring 3 times is their most special creation yet.
So why is it the most special? Well, you see, Ferrari, as you might imagine, is very, very particular indeed about who it licenses its trademarks to. You can't just knock together any old rubbish in your shed and stick a prancing horse badge on it, because some lawyers will come. But when the Little Car Company showed Ferrari their prototype, they were so impressed at the craftsmanship and the quality that they gave the Testa Rossa Junior its official blessing. On one condition though, and it is the most Ferrari condition you can imagine for a brand that built its reputation in motorsport. The Testa Rossa Junior had to be faster than all of the other Little Car Company cars. So underneath your gorgeous aluminium bodywork, hand-beaten, and behind this lovely seat that's made with leather from Ferrari's approved cowhide supplier, you get a 16 brake horsepower electric motor. So yeah, the original Testa Rossa front-engined V12, this one rear-engined EV. And that drives the rear axle through an open differential. But what I love is the rest of this car is a proper little racer. You get coil springs, you get proper Pirelli tyres. The brakes, they come from Brembo, and they come actually off a Ducati Superbike originally. But my favourite detail, down here, take a look at these. These wheels are from Fiorano, and they are the same manufacturer who made the wheels for the original Testa Rossa. They've got this gorgeous wire design with the spinners, and you should absolutely spec them for your Testa Rossa Junior if you're getting one of the 299 that they're making. Only problem is they're €9,500 a set.
Now, when I said the price is about £100,000, that's really where it starts for the Testa Rossa J. You can pay extra for a Scuderia racing livery like this one, a personalised number plate, or a storage crate to keep your car in. But the most expensive option is the one you really want, and that's a second set of batteries to swap in when the originals go flat. To keep playtime going, the spare batteries will cost you €12,000.
Now, for your £100,000, you don't actually get doors, because as you can see, it's all a welded space frame in here. So excuse me while I lower myself in. It is a bit of a challenge for big kids, but trust me, it's worth it because of the details in here. Starting with this removable miniature Nardi steering wheel, exactly the same looking as the steering wheel in that gorgeous 375 Indy car just over there. And then there's everything that's behind and underneath it. In the footwell, the exact pedals from a Ferrari 488 Pista supercar. Drilled out, looks fantastic. Then the dials, they've kept all of the clocks, the gauges from a Testa Rossa, but just reconfigured them for an electric car. So instead of a rev counter, I've got a speedometer that reads all the way up to 100 kilometers an hour. I've got battery temperature, a power meter, motor temperature. It's all absolutely fantastic. But on this miniature dashboard, the best detail is this, the Testa Rossa J's key. Now, like the car itself, it's tiny, but when you pop it back into the dashboard, it becomes the iconic Ferrari Manettino mode switch, which in like a 296 or a LaFerrari lets you decide how angry the car is and how big a crash you might be willing to have. Kind of does the same thing in the TRJ as well, because you've got all these different modes. You start off at novice, so if you're a billionaire and you want to stop little Nikita hurting himself, you leave it there. Or you can go up to comfort and sport, and this turns up the power, raises the top speed until you get to my favourite mode, race. That lets off the full 16 brake horsepower and gets this thing up to a top speed of 50 miles an hour. If that means that traffic is becoming a problem, you can always use the horn. Now, 50 miles an hour is pretty fast for a car which, in the greatest 1950s tradition, doesn't have a roll hoop, has no seat belts, and as you can see, doesn't bother with an airbag. But it is perfect for the idea I've had where to take this next. Come with me.
Before we head out on track though, I think I need an outfit change.
Now you're wondering why I'm heading out already. You don't do lap times at Fiorano from a standing start. Even though all Ferraris come with launch control, your lap times here are set from a flying start. So what I'm going to do is head out now, quickly learn the track, and then flat out across the line in race mode with all 16 brake horsepower. So first up, there's this right-hander, opens out on the exit. Shall I have a lift for this right-hander? Oh, we're going to keep it pinned. Keep it pinned, let it run out wide as we head up, over the bridge, carry as much momentum up the hill as we can. Feels like the track narrows here as we go between the barriers, over the flyover. It's completely blind, over the rise and then pick. A braking point, whoa, just managed to keep that on the track. Yeah, I won't be going flat out there on the full lap. Glad we found that out on the practice. This left-hander's really going to be tricky because I can't get my hand off the steering wheel because it bashes into my leg. It's one of the hottest days ever at Fiorano today, about 40 degrees. So yes, I am very hot in my race suit. Thank you for asking. Okay, well after that slightly wonky practice lap, we're now coming up to the pit straight. Now over here are the flats that have been built right up against the circuit, obviously since it was built, and well, Ferrari have to put a speed limit on there these days so they don't annoy the residents here. We're not going to annoy them today. Okay, here we go. We are flat out, race mode, 16 horsepower. I'm going into full tuck and we're going to send it for a lap of Fiorano on full electric. Coming up to the line, under the bridge, we've got a green light, flat out, 80 kilometers an hour and start the clock. To hold my line to the right-hand side, sweep left. The pit straight at Fiorano isn't straight. A LaFerrari down here, about 170 miles an hour. I'm at 80 kilometers an hour. 50 mile an hour board, buggy my face, slight lift, get the nose in, let it run out wide. You might have heard the throttle hit the stop there because I'm going flat out as I can. Gonna try and sweep in here from the left, grab some apex to stay off these patriotic red, white and green Italian curbs. Fiorano's supposed to be all the scary bits of other circuits welded together so Ferrari can hone their race cars to beat the competition. That complex there, that's like Maggots Beckett's at Silverstone. Now we're coming up to the scary right-hander. Leave it wide. Now tuck the nose in. Little bit of a four-wheel drift as we come in. Now grab as much curb as you dare. The track narrows as we head over the flyover, a little drop in speed, down to 70 kph up the hill. Come on, Testa Rossa. Over the blind rise. Brake, turn in, brakes are fantastic, bit of regen, but they're really, really progressive under your foot. They've really engineered this thing so you can go quick in it. It has to be a Ferrari, doesn't it? Now the left-hander, will I be able to get my hand off the steering wheel? Brake, I'm gonna turn in. Oh dear, it's really, you have to run it out wide. Can't get the steering lock on there. Not enough space in the cockpit. Soaring at the wheel, like those guys did back in the 50s. Think of the legends that have been around here since 1972. Niki Lauda, Alain Prost, Jean Alesi, the great five-time Ferrari champion, Michael Schumacher, then Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, and of course now Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. But they've never had this much fun, not around here. There's some slight banking on the final turn, past the flats that don't like the noise from Fiorano. Are they mad?
They should Airbnb these places out. Let the true petrol heads come and stay here. Wide line there, we're back up. 65, 70, grab some curb. Heading up now to 80 kph, we're gonna get the DRS going. That's me ducking down. 80 kilometers an hour, driving for the line. What's the time gonna be? The first ever fully electric lap of Fiorano. And we're across the line. Oh my goodness me, my eyes are watering. Mouth's gone completely dry. This wind deflector just seems to push all the air into your face. Oh, I can't wait to get back to the pits and find out what the time is. I've got no pit radio in here, this doesn't work. No idea how fast that was. I'll tell you what though, now we're not going for speed. We can probably have a bit more chuck it around. This thing handles absolutely beautifully. I've driven the little car company's baby Bugatti and, well, yeah, as you can see from this photo, it doesn't handle that sophisticatedly. I mean, I did actually fall out of it and almost break my wrist. This is so stable, and it has kind of big grown-up sports car handling traits. Lift off the throttle, you can get the rear to follow you round, quell some understeer. It'll actually power oversteer on the throttle. The brakes have fantastic feel and progression to them. I didn't expect that. Lovely sense of communication through this narrow Nardo steering wheel. I mean, you can question the ethics if you like of a £100,000 toy car. Is that a bit vulgar? I don't mind it. I just think if electric cars are going to win us over, they have to be fun. This is the most fun EV in the world. The fastest EV in the world, around the home of Ferrari. The lap record round here, 55.9 seconds by Michael Schumacher in an F2004 Ferrari F1 car. Back in the days when they were allowed to test the F1 cars in the season. Imagine getting round here in under a minute. Was he mad? Road car lap record's about 1 minute 19, Ferrari SF90. The LaFerrari was 1:19.7. If I can get within a minute of that, I'll be a very happy boy. And up we come to the pits. Okay, this is the moment of truth. I'm gonna find out what our lap time was. Into the pits. Yes, please, sir. Can I have the time? 2:26.97, so just under 2 minutes 27. That means we're about, what, 1 minute and 5 seconds slower than an SF90 Assetto Fiorano around the home of Ferrari. I don't think that's bad for 16 horsepower. Enzo, I hope I did you proud. Well, I hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. The first semi-official electric lap of Fiorano in this absolutely gorgeous car, a 2 minute 26.9. Sorry about my maths earlier. I think that's about 1 minute and 7 seconds slower than the fastest current Ferrari road cars. Of course, electric Ferraris are coming, and well, hybrid ones like this 296 GTB, well, they're already here, and they are, take it from me, fantastic. So I don't imagine my electric lap record will be standing for too long, but yeah, Ferrari, I hope you have fun beating it.